Are you thinking about buying or selling a home, or just want to know what might be going on with one of your biggest investments? Then come hang out with us for a little while. Hi, I'm Kirk Duckwall, and welcome to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Welcome everybody to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Today, gonna talk a little bit about the kind of north corridor here of the Twin Cities and some of what's going on. And one of our agents who kind of specializes up in that area, I'd like to welcome Amanda Winter. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah. Look forward to having you on this show and hopefully many more to come. So
I hope so.
And then, as always, Chad Priebe, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
If you want to check out any of our past shows, you can go to TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. There you'll find all of our past shows as well as our weekly market updates, tracking which direction our market is going. And yes, it does move. It isn't just one straight line. There are good times for sellers, not so good times for sellers, and the same is true for buyers out there. So again, TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com and all of our free, great publications there. So, Amanda, I want to kind of just start off this first segment with just a little bit of your history in real estate. I know we were talking and we got our start around the same time, doing very different things in real estate, but kind of the same time. So when did you get into real estate?
Well, originally? I got in by accident. I started as a receptionist at a Section 8 project-based community and moved into the assistant manager role and stayed in property management until 2014 when I got licensed as a realtor.
Very neat.
So, what was it that from property management, obviously there was something there that you liked and you wanted to keep going into real estate even more in depth? Was there kind of a driving factor?
Well, I love people. I love the people, and being involved in people's housing situation is a really intimate position to be in. And so I really am honored when people choose me to be part of that process. And so I've been helping people create their sense of home since 2005. And
I like how you mentioned intimate. You know, it's a big decision. There's a lot that goes into buying or selling of a house.
Absolutely.
And to be a part of that, what I say is one of people's biggest financial transaction. It is an honor, and it is something, that shouldn't be a given and should be an earned in a sense, right? That you want to do a great job for your clients and hopefully they recommend you out to others.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be at your baby shower. I want to be at your annual pig roast. Keep me around. I love seeing kids. I mean, the kids grow up so fast.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
It's fun having a customer for life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I have some clients now that may have started off on the professional relationship, but over time we've worked together so long, and you do spend quite a bit of time talking to people.
You do, and you share a lot, right? As much as I want to be professional and reserved, we do get to know each other.
Yes. Yep.
So it's just fun to stay in touch and get to know each other over the years.
If I talk to someone and they say, what do I look for in a realtor? And I say, a big thing is your personalities have to match somewhat.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
100%.
You have to look for that because it's important, and you don't want someone telling you what you should buy, more of listening, right?
It's tough.
It is.
The listening part is a challenge, always.
It is.
So, I mean, people and helping them out in one of their biggest decisions. And you were bringing up a great point about this is a step towards something, right? This is getting away from that rent trap and into that financial stability. And you brought up a great point of rent not going up, once somebody locks in. I
mean, you get your mortgage and you're not going to have $200-300 increases year over year for years on end. I spent $70,000 in rent in my 20s. Mm-hmm. Bought a house at a time when it was just a really good time, and I was able to minimize my expenses that way. I mean, yes, there are considerable expenses when you're maintaining your home and keeping it a place to live.
But you're not throwing it away. It's an asset that you have and has value.
It ended up as equity, and I watch people now fold that equity into their next home, and then at retirement they actually have something.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people don't get to invest in their retirement in the same way, and so having a house is like the backup option for having something.
Well, and we're going to talk about some great locations, some of the most affordable locations, great locations out there where the market is making some good movement, but we got to take a commercial break before we get to that. So we're going to do that, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about the Northwest Corridor of Twin Cities. Our local sponsors are BRIX Real Estate, Network Title, Eric Bloomstrad and Chad Priebe with Bell Bank Mortgage, Structure Tech Home Inspections, James Tufson with Country Financial, along with Cregan's Construction and Grey Duck Staging and Design.
Hi, I'm Ruben with Structure Tech Home Inspections. Everyone knows you should have a home inspection before you buy a home, but we've heard of home buyers being encouraged to skip the home inspection in this crazy market to make their purchase offer more attractive. Now they're facing tens of thousands of dollars in unexpected repairs. I'm telling you now, don't skip the home inspection. Here at Structure Tech, we can get your home inspected quickly, and we offer a full line of services. Visit us online at structuretech.com to learn more.
Don't fall for the billboards or the clickbait. There is no such thing as today's rate. Mortgages and mortgage rates are individual to you. Chad Priebe and Eric Bloomstrand with Bell Bank Mortgage are here to show you the formula to get your best rate. Once you know this formula, you can mortgage shop with confidence. Find us online at chadpriebe.com. That is chadpriebe.com. NMLS 1462493, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Kirk Duckwall with BRIX Real Estate and the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest financial transactions people make. Before you make your next move, download our free Smart Home Buyer or Smart Seller guides to give you the edge in our real estate market. From deal hunting to knowing the right repairs for maximizing value, these free guides have it all. Check them out and more at BRIXTwinCities.com under publications. Welcome back to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. We were talking about radio during the break there, and my head almost wanted to say the Twin Cities Real Estate Radio Show because I said that for years.
Many years.
I've been doing this now almost a year on TV. I can't believe that much time has passed. Yes, still.
I know.
Still have the radio tendencies.
Yes.
Today, so last segment I misspoke. I said at the beginning North Corridor, then Northwest Corridor. No, we're going to focus on the North Corridor kind of today. You're kind of a specialty area for you. And I know that when we were talking before the show that you like to work a lot with first-time home buyers, right? Mm-hmm. And kind of the North Corridor as well. I mean, there's definitely other spots in the Twin Cities where you can find this, but there are some more affordable options available there, and cities that are really kind of up and coming. I know when I talk to some of my investor clients, every year I try to focus on, hey, where are we going to see equity grow fast, right? And that's one of the primary locations that we're kind of seeing that. Now you nice. Bought and still live in Coon Rapids, right?
Yeah, my husband and I bought there in 2017. We lived in Northeast Minneapolis.
Market's starting to move a little bit, yeah.
So we were still cool, and now we're not. We bought in the suburbs, and I wanted a pool and some space, and we got that. And
pool and space in Northeast, that would be like $1.5 million.
Seriously,
right?
Yeah. I couldn't afford it. We literally had to move to the suburbs.
Yeah,
so
sure.
we ended up in Coon Rapids, and
that's how I ended up in Burnsville. Same thing.
Right?
Exactly.
I can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
I love my attached garage.
Yes.
It's heated and
that's
the convenience of the suburbs is what I'm all about now. I used to think I was too cool for school, but now I'm in that attached garage.
So, okay, 2017, what and you're still there today. What have you seen kind of your own experience with the growth and values there from when you bought to where it is to maybe today?
Well, I've seen just a really broad increase in the value. So it's not just a specific type of housing, but the whole area has really come up. Coon Rapids has such a wide variety of homes. I mean, there's still homes that you can get under 200,000.
Okay.
You know, the bulk of
Wait,
homes.
homes under 200?
There were 8 sold in the last 6 months.
Okay, so there are
So
some. Yes,
you can still find something. But
you know, that brings up a great point. I love that you mentioned that stat, because that's one of the things I try to show buyers, because so often people are now. I love to actually go, how many of this price range sold in the last 6 months? And you can say, hey, if you're patient and wait, these do come up. And I show them some of those houses, and they'll be like, well, I love that house now. Well, we just got to wait.
another one will come.
Another one will come.
Yeah.
Stats are huge, and especially with educating people, like you just said. That's
So I know a little off topic there, but that's such a great point, right? So, but yeah, I mean, there are affordable homes there, but that may not last for very long. Where that under 200, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a disappearing market, but 87% of the housing stock in Coon Rapids sells under 400,000. Okay. So if you have a budget under 400,000, you can still get a very livable, great home. And chances are you've got a yard. And in Coon Rapids, we have such a wide variety of things being built in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and today that you can find whatever works for you.
And you're not seeing those same kind of stats when you look at Shoreview or New Brighton or Maple Grove or like that.
They've already had their development, whereas we don't have a co-op yet or a Whole Foods.
What?
In Coon Rapids, like we've got the Costco and we're getting a crumble cookie.
Oh
wow!
I know.
That's fancy.
I feel like I got in at the right time, but there's still time to get in before.
I love those
before
$5
Whole Foods come.
cookies. Those are good.
I've never had one.
They're amazing.
It's too rich for my blood. But when there's one in Coon Rapids, I'll be there.
Let me ask you this: so, how, if you look at like in general the property taxes in Coon Rapids, what do you say? Affordability? I mean, are they pretty affordable compared to your neighboring cities like Blaine or?
How low can you go?
Well, okay.
Our taxes.
Well, I'm on well and septic where I am, so it's pretty low.
That is
okay.
Nice, yes.
But as a general rule, Anoka County has some of the lowest taxes in the metro, and so we're at about 1%.
Okay.
Right around there.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
So, what was it that is the lack there of the co-op? Or no, just kidding. But like, what was it that really attracted you in to Coon Rapids at the time? I mean, was it outside of prices, or was that the driving factor?
Well, I mean, we did look at homes.
Or things that you've grown to like.
Columbia Heights, Fridley, and then around. We looked in a lot of different places, but Coon Rapids ended up being so conveniently located. I had built up a huge clientele in Northeast Minneapolis, and I had gotten those people in 2014, 15, until it has now become unaffordable for most people. So I feel like I got to Coon Rapids at a time when there was still a lot of value growth, and I feel like it's still there. You still have an opportunity to push your property value. People are remodeling. We plan to do large remodel projects, so hopefully we'll have our home in that $500,000 to $600,000 range in a couple of years when there's more market for that.
Okay.
Now, are you seeing like development, and not development like developments, housing, but just development in commercial space or redevelopment of commercial space in the area?
Yeah, there are some ugly strip malls that are going the way of, thank goodness. There's actually an old strip mall where they've now put homes at the Port River Walk in Coon Rapids.
Oh, we were talking about that. Okay, so that's one of those. All right.
So they did remediation because there had been chemicals in the ground, and they've done all of that and made a safe space for people to build, and it's slab on grade.
Now, is that Port River Walk, is that a development that's still going up, or is it completed?
Still being built.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I have clients that
there for buyers.
totally. Yeah, you can still get in and design.
What are kind of some of the price ranges that you're seeing in there?
I think it starts just under 300,000. It might be right around 300 now.
Wow.
And that's for a single family detached townhome with a 2-car attached garage. Open concept. They're great houses.
I mean, especially if you're talking, are they single level?
They're 2-level.
2-level. Okay.
Yeah.
And we are seeing more and more, and especially when it comes to townhomes, slab on grade.
Yep.
Which is funny because a lot of people kind of frown upon the slab on grade as around Minnesota, but it's funny, you go elsewhere and it's completely common everywhere you go, you know?
Especially in the South, they don't really have basements.
Yeah, my brother's house down when he lived in Mississippi had the slab-on-grade house. That was normal. We were talking about how I was thinking about building a slab-on-grade house.
Right.
You know?
But it's so nice in Minnesota to have an extra place to put all your crap.
Really
have
what
a rumpus room and a game room. Yeah.
Now we just build pole barns.
That's a highly desirable thing in a property.
So what do you see? I know like one of the attracting things for me to the Burnsville area when I was living there, looking there, was all the parks.
Yeah.
And what do you see as far as, I mean, are there lots of them? Are there favorites that you have?
Definitely. There are so many trails and parks. We're part of the Mississippi regional trails, so you can get on and...
Oh, that nice. Yeah.
That's cool.
You
that
can
goes
go a
for
long
many
way.
miles, doesn't it?
I think it just follows the Mississippi
Yeah.
forever, I assume. But I spent a lot of time at the Coon Rapids Regional Dam when I lived in Northeast, so it was super conveniently located. So that was also part of why I wanted to stay in the area. But there was an unpaved trail down there where you could just walk.
Oh, neat.
And it was super wild and cool. But now they've paved it, so...
Okay.
And I know in neighborhoods, I mean, are there a fair amount of like neighborhood parks as well that are nearby?
Yeah. I mean, you've got, when they were being developed in the 90s, they put the park in the center of the development, built the homes around it.
Right.
So there's trails. I mean, you look between two houses and there will be an asphalt trail going somewhere, and it might connect to a park, but it probably connects to some sort of bike trail. And Bunker Hills is up there, and they have the water park, so you can go to the wave pool. They just redid the water park, I think, in 2019 or 2020.
Right.
Oh, perfect timing, right?
Right.
So then
Yeah,
close down
just
for
in time to be closed. Right. Yeah.
Our good friend COVID.
Yeah, but it's pretty neat. The Bunker Hills Regional Park has a golf course and Kendall's Chop House, so it's a nice place to like go sit on the golf course or just have a nice restaurant that's not Chili's.
Yeah.
No offense to Chili's
No.
or the people who eat there.
Right.
I like Chili's.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean.
Sad.
It's different than your franchise-owned type of restaurant.
Yeah,
Nothing
Coon
against
Rapids
that,
has
but-
all of the franchise restaurants. So finding an individually owned or uniquely created menu is always a plus, and I feel like the dining has really elevated since we've been there.
Well,
There's been a
I
lot
think
more places that are individual restaurants.
I think Twin Cities wide, we've seen that growth in the individual
Right.
restaurants. I mean, that really in the last 20 years has exploded.
Yeah.
I know, where I'm currently living, they're just all over the place. It seems like new ones are opening up.
Yeah.
How about breweries?
Well, that's a
We didn't
really
even
good
talk
one.
about
so
that.
That came to
Invictus,
mind. I'm thinking that's a big deal right now, right?
Invictus in Blaine has the best setup you possibly could. It's right off the National Soccer Stadium fields, center fields. So kids can go for practice. Parents can go to the brewery. They televise certain games. So you can watch your kid playing soccer from the brewery. And then they have, I think it's called the Tipsy Steer, which is like barbecue meats and fancy milkshakes to capitalize on the $13 milkshake market of soccer players. I mean, it's amazing. It's a whole family event to go there.
Well, it's kind of going back to, obviously there's attractive things in that corridor, and you were mentioning a lot of single family development going on in Blaine right now. What are the price ranges that you're seeing there for the single family?
Well, in Blaine, I mean, you might find one for $350,000, but it's not how they're going to sell it to you, right? Like you're not going to get in the door for $350,000. Most of those homes are between $500,000 and $800,000 and up from there. So it's definitely higher end homes.
More comparable to what we're seeing elsewhere then.
Absolutely. And Blaine has come up a lot too. Their housing stock has really improved as they've created more developments.
Right.
And
so going back to Coon Rapids, as far as affordability, it's the median sale price is significantly lower in comparison to some of the neighboring cities. So we're seeing a $295, which is still up 13.5%. in comparison to last year. So some big movements there, and still more to grow, which you can absolutely see when you're looking in comparison to Blaine. That's at 340.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they only saw 10% movement as far. So, and Anoka County as a whole is at 330,000.
Okay.
But one of the other interesting stats that I saw, though, is the time on market. It is definitely more competitive there because of the lower price points.
Yeah, you've got more people trying to get the same home.
Affordability is a big thing right now with rising costs, right?
It's always been a big thing.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm kidding.
now more than ever, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, 22 days average in comparison to Blaine, which is at 37.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, in there you have your inspection contingency, time frame, and whatnot that can play into that. And I know in Blaine, correct me if I'm wrong, but still plenty of houses on well and septic there, and so you may have longer inspection periods as well.
Yeah, you know, they are more on city sewer now, especially with the new developments. But Ham Lake is exclusively on well and
Maybe I'm
septic
thinking
as well.
far north Blaine then.
Yeah, and
I just don't
Andover
get up
area
there
has a
enough,
lot of well and septic too.
Yep.
Blaine is like, they are connected now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, I mean, where would you say you see kind of that market going, and just the going-ons there? You mentioned like the Highway 10 project coming up, which might make commuting a little easier, and some of the other driving factors for the market. No pun intended.
I see what you did there.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that was good.
Well, Highway 10 will get expanded, which is good because that's a tough one, you know, getting out of town.
Yes. Yep.
We're only 3 miles from 610, so that was a great east-west corridor. And as far as where I see the market going in Coon Rapids, there's still opportunity for people to do teardowns and build-ups as they decide that they can afford the lot. Maybe they're going to put a second story.
Are you seeing more of that? I mean,
No,
that was
not yet.
Not yet. Okay,
That's
it's
why.
coming.
So,
Okay.
so all of the 1.5 stories, you know, in certain areas will have the bump out off the back.
Yep.
So you see that's already been done. But there hasn't really been the tear down and rebuild yet that we've seen in other areas of the city. So I think there's still potential for that. I see a lot of that in Spring Lake Park. And I think it will come to Coon Rapids. But there's still great homes that are, you know, just the Rambler homes that were built in the 50s and 60s that haven't
They are
been
the
expanded.
tanks. They are the tanks of the Twin Cities, right?
Yeah.
They're built as strong as can be.
I would
Definitely.
love one.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm hearing from you, Amanda, is there's there's some opportunity in Coon Rapids with affordability, growth,
Yep.
right, and just pure, you know, where it's located. You got a lot of highway systems for convenience factor.
And stuff being built up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to the, you know, advising investors, I always kind of try to think, you know, bringing that around to just advising all clients, right? Where are the areas we see opportunity, right? And you can look back, and it's funny, years ago it was South Minneapolis, Ridgefield, right? Now they've exploded northeast, right? Well, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Not every title company is the same. There are many people involved with each real estate transaction, and all of them need to be in the loop or a closing may get delayed. This is why the people at Network Title strive to provide swift scheduling and communication between the buyers, sellers, agents, and lenders. We know moving can be stressful, however, your closing does not need to be. Check us out online at network-title.com.
My name is James Tobson with Country Financial. Anyone can sell you insurance. However, is it going to be the insurance you need? When life pops up with its surprises, you want the right coverage. When it comes time to find or renew your policy, give me a call. I would love to review your existing policy and show you what I can do for you. You can email me at james.tobson@countryfinancial.com or give me a call at 651-365-3408.
Hi, I'm Becca, owner of Grey Duck Staging. With today's home buyers beginning their journey exclusively online, the look and feel of your home matters more than ever. Whether it's a simple in-home consultation, a refresh using your current furniture, or a whole home staging, our goal is always the same: showing your home in the best light and helping you achieve the highest sales price possible. To learn more, visit us at greyduckstaging.com or check us out on Instagram at greyduckstaging.
Welcome back to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. As always, if you have any real estate related questions, you can always give us a call, 651-303-0019. Happy to help answer those questions. And then, Amanda, give your contact information real quick. I know you have a really confusing website.
It's hard to follow, but it's amandawinterer.com. That's winter with an extra ER.
Right. So if you're looking up in the north corridor or thinking about selling, reach out, give a call, or hit the website. I wanted to touch on, you were telling a great story real quick about like your clients falling in love.
Yeah, home buying is magical. I always tell my clients that. And when I bought my house, I was going to be single forever. And 10 days later, I met my husband when I was moving in.
Cool.
And the same thing has happened to so many of my clients. They're like self-partnered, single people buying houses, gonna live there for, we're finding them the forever home.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
2
but
years
you're making
later,
your job easier because it's so much easier to sell a house to one person than to two.
and then
they find their
right, and then 2 years later, we're selling it for them to find their next home together. So I've had just an enormous number of clients who.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like falling in love with the home and to realize it's no finding their lifelong relationship shortly after finding the home.
Unintended. It's an unintended consequence.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Everybody have a great week.
People always ask realtors, what is your commission? But what they should be asking is, what is your rate of return? Commissions only vary by a couple of % from agent to agent. However, the price per square foot you get just based on their experience and the quality of marketing they use can vary by 10% or more. At BRIX Real Estate, our agents use the right marketing and have the experience to get you top dollar for your house. See what we can do for you at BRIXTwinCities.com.
Not every title company is the same. There are many people involved with each real estate transaction, and all of them need to be in the loop or a closing may get delayed. This is why the people at Network Title strive to provide swift scheduling and communication between the buyers, sellers, agents, and lenders. We know moving can be stressful, however, your closing does not need to be. Check us out online at network-title.com.
You can catch us across all your devices, whether that's on TV on the CW23 Saturday mornings at 6:30 or KSTC Saturday mornings at 6, on the radio at AM 950 Sundays at noon, also on YouTube or Facebook by just typing in Twin Cities Real Estate Show, or you can also podcast us anytime, again, by typing in Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Don't forget to check us out online anytime at TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. There you can find all of our past shows, our weekly market updates, along with the latest and greatest searching and researching tools, and our free publications to include the Smart Home Buyer Guide and the Smart Seller Guide, along with the BRIX Report. All of these free for you. If you have any real estate questions, please feel free to give us a call, 651-303-0019. Again, 651-303-0019. Happy to help answer any of your real estate questions or assist with your real estate needs.